Hi guys. How are you all doing? £48 for the set. That's crazy. Crazy. Ooh. I'm sure they're on Netflix. Don't, Jane. Don't go there. I've tried to explain to her about Showbox. Don't go there. Please. I don't have the time to sort it out when she messes it up. So, I don't really know what I'm going to... Well, I kind of have an idea. Don't humph me. When you can find your way around the website, come back and say to me, hey, show me about Showbox. Tell me about Showbox, I want to know. Oh... Right. So I'm working on... Oh, first things first. Somebody very, very kindly sent me some mermaid markers. Not just some mermaid markers, the whole set, the 12 set. It came directly from a seller on eBay, and it doesn't have any information on who sent it. So if it was you... Thank you very much. Please let me know who you are. Email me or comment or something. Let me know. It's a very, very, very nice surprise this morning. Although I wasn't very awake earlier. But yeah, I thought I would play with them. I've had a bit of a play already. I was pleasantly surprised. I do wonder if someone saw me say that they would be too bright for me and decided to prove me wrong, because wow, look at all these lovely muted colours. Apart from that one, I'm not a big fan of hot pink. I went through a phase with hot pink for about 6 months where I started mixing it with lime colours, and then I think I tapped myself out on pink. I'm not overly taken with this one either, although it could be that it's not saturated enough. What I found was these saturated a lot better, and I don't know if that was... Yeah, it's a moleskin, so it could be this page is different to this page. It could be that I just got better at using them by the time I got to here. It could be that I wet the brush first to get rid of the stiffness, and these I didn't realise it was on there, so I didn't do it till after. That could have made a difference. There's all sorts of factors that could have made a difference, but loving this set, liking these two and these two. In fact, those two would be good for skin tones, and those two are quite nice. Like I say, not struck with these, but I'm sure I can use them for something. But I've been doing the Buy Bun Art Challenge. I just redid the first days because it was awful. I mean, this isn't great because it's only part started. But the first attempt was terrible. I really didn't. I'm so out of practice with sketchbooking. I didn't realise how bad I'd got with sketchbooking. Because if you don't do it regularly, you forget. You literally forget how to do it. And I couldn't hold my pen right, and I couldn't draw a straight line, and I was getting all... I was trying to outline it, the original one, with the brush marker. And I couldn't do it, and then I started to line this in with the brush marker, because I thought, yeah, I'm going to need some practice here. So I started lining this in. I was like, I can't do that either. So I got my Tri-Plus markers out. So yeah, I've just redone this one this morning. I'll do some more on it later. It kind of reminds me of the bride and groom at the end of Beetlejuice. I couldn't remember that earlier either. But I thought I would do something different, and since it's Wednesday, although I didn't plan to do a Witchy Wednesday specifically today, I thought I could do something that you could do for Wednesday for witchy stuff. And since today's prompt is on fire, and I am completely tapped out on ideas of anything interesting to do, I thought, you know what, I'll just do a skull and be done with it. I'll just do some skull with a candle and boom, done. So we're keeping it simple. We're doing what we know best. But it means I can play with my markers, my new markers. Such pretty colours. I was suitably impressed. Suitably impressed. They're nowhere near as garish as I expected them to be. So, I'm going to slap down a couple of bits of paper and take it from there, I think. I'm just playing in my sketchbook because my sketchbook needs some love. It hasn't had any love in quite a long time. Where's my big brush? There it is. It hasn't had any love in quite a long time. You always think of a forest on fire. Oh, crikey, I would never think of a forest on fire. That's how often we get forest fires here. We have controlled field burnings sometimes, but they don't do that very often these days. What have we got here? I've just got some random scraps of paper I just thought I'd stick down. Start with that one. Ooh, I like those colours. Oh yeah, let's start with that. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's do that way. I feel like I need something over there. Let's see what we've got in the magic box. Oh, is that too... Oh, I like that actually. Oh, I like that too though. Oh, 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 oh. No, I like that. Oh. Now I don't know, gosh darn it. That's somebody else's artwork. I like it, but let's use this side. It's a bit less obvious. I think both sides are from a painting actually, because they're from an art magazine, but you know, yeah, I think it would be tricky to figure out who or which painting that came from, even as it is, let alone adding extras. A little bit of something in the middle. What have we got here? Yeah, that's quite that's an interesting pattern, that'll do. Catching later. Okay. See you later, Kazzy. I'm going to start in a collage journal. Zero artistic ability. Rubbish. Everybody's got artistic ability. But if you haven't drawn since you were 10 years old, expect to draw like a 10-year-old. Find me a child who can't draw. And then tell me no, everybody doesn't have artistic ability. But a collage journal is a good way to start if you think you're not creative. Other than the obvious pick and stick, what advice would you give? I would say, yeah, just pick and stick. But also, have a look at things like specifically glue books. Jersey Crafter, yes, she's really good actually. I saw one of hers the other day. She's very good. It's a bit hectic for me, but Frugal Crafter is also good, but very hectic. There's loads of people do glue books. Pack a Die, Honest Heart Studios. She does glue books and collage streams and all sorts. There's a difference between collage is like creating like art journal pages with sticking things down, and then there's glue books, which is literally just cut and stick. It doesn't have to make any sense, it doesn't have to mean anything, you can do whatever you want. There's people who just collect images of books or bicycles or whatever, you know, and just put them in their glue books. Just anything that they like, anything that inspires them. And I've seen people do it with everything from an altered book to a specific journal to an art book to just a composition book. There's a million different ways to do it. Don't get hung up on the whys and wherefores. Just use the right glue for your paper and get cutting and pasting. It really is that simple. I don't think I need that bit. I think that'll do. Like that. But don't give me this, I have zero artistic ability. You do have artistic ability, you just haven't used it since you were a child, so expect to draw like a 5-year-old. Yeah. Do fun stuff. If you want to sketch, but you have this in your head, oh, but I'm not a sketcher, don't sketch stuff. Do super simple contour drawings and things like that. Danny Gregory, The Creative License. Borrow it from your library. Art Before Breakfast is almost exactly the same if you can't get the other one. But yeah, any of Danny Gregory's books are awesome. But The Creative License is brilliant for people who think they can't do stuff, because he started off not being able to draw, and right at the beginning he shows you, here's my first sketch and how bad it was. And you can barely make out what it was. If he didn't tell you what it was, you'd struggle. Just draw stuff. Okay. Yep, just doodle daily. After a month, it's amazing what you can achieve. Well said, Jane. And if you find after a month that what you're doing doesn't quite meet your expectations, lower your expectations. Expect a bit less of yourself. Or don't expect anything, just expect to have done something. Done is better than perfect. And you only get better with practice. It's not just a magical ability that some people are born with. That's rubbish. Oh, I say it a lot and I say it loud. I have never yet met anybody. It's not like singing, where you actually have to have some kind of vocal ability between your ear and your voice. You know, some people literally are tone deaf. There are blind people who can paint, okay? So just just paint. Watch my left foot. And get stubborn. I gotta dry this now, sorry. Hi, baby. It's the Maddie. Hi, baby girl. You come for belly rubs? Have you come for belly rubs? She's come for belly rubs. You started a doodle book last year and saw an improvement in 2 months. Excellent. I'm tone deaf. Yeah. I think I sound good. To me, I sound like I'm in tune. The problem is, like, I have quite a nice voice when I sing, but I can't hold a tune. I swap octaves and, like, all over the place. I swap octaves, I swap keys. I sing flat a lot. with practice you can get better at art, but with music you're just better off listening. Yeah, exactly. Or sing in the car. I do that. Windows down, music loud, on the motorway, lots of engine noise, nobody can hear you. Struggle with the concept of progress over perfection, but I'm working on it. Nothing will teach you progress over perfection better than daily doodling. Hey Luna, did you send me something off eBay, Missy? Because I think it's come from somebody in the UK, because it's a UK eBay site. It's a UK shop. I was having issues with progress over perfection, but found if I picked a few things to draw consistently, after a while I saw progress. Yes! Draw a coffee cup every day. And sooner or later you'll suddenly realise it doesn't have a flat bottom, and that's why it doesn't look right. Or get yourself over to, well, anywhere on YouTube. There's people like me and Willowing and that who teach art journaling and stuff. There's people who do it for free. Marry Small is brilliant, especially if you like doing painty stuff. Or Skillshare, if you fancy doing a proper class. Do a super basic sketching class. Not by an artist, like by an art journaler. Learn to draw cute girls and butterflies or something, if that's what floats your boat, or, you know, skulls and bones, if you're like me. Come over to my website. We do art stuff. The Visual Artist on YouTube, yes. I like Minnie Small's vlogs, but she's not really she doesn't really teach you how to draw. She doesn't really teach drawing. Documented Journey is good for journaling, but again, it's more stuff to watch. Yeah, the guy who does drawing with his son is really good. I can't remember his name. There's Alfonso Dunn is brilliant. Teach you how to draw in ballpoint pen, which is always what I say to my beginners. Draw in ballpoint pen. There's no going back from ballpoint pen, because you can't even gesso over it. What's his name? It's like a cartoon type. Yeah, Alfonso's brilliant. Steve somebody? Oh God, I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, just look around. There's loads of YouTubers doing basic teaching tutorials. If you like cartoony type stuff, there's Draw with Jazza. And Proco, Steve Proco. Fantastic channel. Caters to basics and advanced. So it's really good if you gesso. Yeah, it's the white stuff that everybody slaps on their pages all over the place. Nope, that's matte medium. That's how much I use my gesso. This is gesso. Mark Crilly, yes, he's good. I like to watch him though. Yeah, just look up how to draw. Gesso is a prep for your pages. Technically, you're supposed to put it on here and, you know. I hardly ever use gesso for anything. But there's plenty of art journalers who'll explain what gesso is for. Yeah, bullet journal doodlings. Or if you want to start with something that doesn't involve drawing, go for like brush pen work and stuff. Documented Journey does brush pen. Simple calligraphy. Joanne Sharp is really good on the Sakura channel. In fact, the Sakura channel have got several artists who work for them who do really easy, doodly kind of letters and stuff. You can get very artistic with lettering. I'm not getting any drawing done here, guys. I think this is dry now. Okay. Draw a skull. Draw some eyes. Draw a nose. Draw some teeth. Draw some splatters. Draw a candle. Flame on fire. That's today's prompt. Just did a video recently about shading with ballpoint pen. Who did? Yeah. You've got to have had a lot of coffee to deal with Lindsay, though. She's a bit hyper. I love what she does. I love watching her, but I can't listen to her because she's like... I'm like, how do you talk that fast? Oh, documented journey? Yeah. Plus, there's lots of ways to be artistic without necessarily drawing. Why am I'm talking instead of doing? I'm talking instead of doing. I want some cream. Oh, that's yellow. I don't want yellow. Cream. Yeah. Oh, I love watching what she does. She's great for ideas, but oof, mad as a box of squirrels. In a good way, but mad as a box of squirrels. Hi, Ina. I like to cut and paste. There you go. Luna's a cut and paster. She can cut and paste for hours. Maddie, why are you crying, sweet pea? Maddie, why are you crying, my love? You don't even know? I think she needs to go to the vet. I wonder sometimes if she's in pain and she doesn't know how to tell me. Because she just whines constantly. Nothing in particular. I checked her over. I can't see if I can't feel her in pain anywhere. No, she doesn't squeal when I touch her or anything, but that doesn't mean she's not got something going on. Maddie! I didn't give him a nose. Oops. Oh well. Let's paint all this in then, and then we'll just paint it back in a minute. It's not like it matters. Yeah, Dee Dee's good for collage. She's very advanced though. I think the thing for beginners, the biggest thing you can do is learn to figure out what you can copy and what you would struggle with. Like what I'm doing now, anybody could do this with half an arm and an eye patch. I mean, it's not rocket science. I'm just doing something for a prompt. I'm playing in my sketchbook. It's nothing technically difficult. But when people are actually creating artwork, as opposed to just playing in their journals or playing in sketchbooks or whatever, it tends to be a lot more fine detail stuff that, or at least technical stuff that you might not really have any idea how to do. Let's have a purple candle since it's sat here. Hi, Jen. But if you can learn the difference between watching somebody who's doing something actually quite simple, although it might not be simple initially for you, that you could do if you just, you know, give it a bit of thought and pay attention and try it a couple of times, and those that you watch for inspiration and ideas because they're way above what you're doing, then you shouldn't have too many problems finding stuff to do. You hate covering up stuff you've already done? Oh, I blacked out a whole page this morning. I covered this in black ink this morning because I hated it. I accidentally added too much red. Or not accidentally added too much red, but I added red and then decided that I really didn't like it. And the more I looked at it, the less I liked it. Maddie, don't cry, my sweet. What's the matter, my love? What's the matter with my bubs? Oh, sweetie pea. But I don't know what's wrong with you, my darling. What's the matter? Come here and tell Mommy what's the matter with you. Hey, what's the matter? Do you need emergency belly rubs? Is that what's the matter with my Maddie? Does she need emergency belly rubs? Hmm? Oh. Emergency belly rubs for Maddie. Emergency belly rubs. Is emergency. Oh. It's emergency. Oh my goodness. Is emergency. Oh no. Oh no. Emergency belly rubs. Ah! There you go, baby. How's that? Is that better? Is that what you needed? No. Is that what you needed, my darling? No. Hi, Boo. What's up with you? What's up with your face and why is it making a noise? No. Is that right? His face is making a noise, isn't it? No. Oh, belly rubs from Auntie Ina, look. Auntie Ina sent belly rubs. She did. Hi, Boo. Hi, Noisy Git. How you doing? It's different if you're fixing something. Well, why else would you cover up stuff that you've already done? Oh, I see. You overthink collage stuff that's more like art journaling because you hate covering up stuff you've already done. Right, okay. Yeah, I was never into that. I never saw the point in, let's make a background first. I would never put something down on a page unless I already knew that I wanted to either cover it up or have it show through or whatever. You ever think sketching because you get caught up on how things should look? Oh yeah, should is a bad. Should is a bad word. Should be banned. There is no should in art. If you want it to look exactly the same, take a photograph or practice a lot. I love watching you collage. It helps me understand. What? See, the thing is, I don't collage. This isn't collage. This is slapping some ephemera down on the background because I wanted to paint over ephemera. That's not collage. The technique is collaging, but I wouldn't call that a collage. What Packadai does is collage, where she makes a completely new picture out of collage materials. Or that guy who does pet portraits, where he does it pixel by pixel and he cuts out bits from magazines and turns it into a picture. That's collage. Yeah, this is slopping down ephemera. Exactly. I can't settle today. What's wrong with me? Did I have too much coffee for lunch? Might have had too much coffee. It's rare, but it can happen. Where's my pencil gone? Where's my pencil from earlier? I know it's here somewhere. There it is. That's too close to the nose. Let's not use black, let's use something else. Let's use this colour. Since I've got a blooming great jar of it and I need to use it up. Brush needs cleaning. I like to think of sketching and drawing to be what I see, whether or not it's true. Exactly. It's how you perceive something. If you wanted it to sketch it exactly, you'd take a picture. Yes. Oh, Cody's been doing my classes for a long time. You can tell, can't you? I've started rubbing off on her. I don't want it to be an exact interpretation. I want it to be what I interpret. Because even if you get two artists who've got the exact same technical ability, who draw in exactly the same way, which would be incredibly difficult to find, but say you have the same technical skills and everything else, both of them, you sit them in front of a painting and they'll pull out different things. Sit them in front of a drawing and they'll see different things. Sit them in front of a building and they'll, you know, one will look at the roof and another will look at the windows. You're always going to be looking in a different way at something. There's a very good Neil Gaiman quote, actually. Somebody asked him a question that they said people kept telling them there were too many directors in the world. And basically he said that the only thing we had too many of, there were enough directors in the world, that's right. And he said the only thing we've got enough of is politicians. Because nobody will see things the way you see them. Nobody will present things the way you see them. Nobody will explain things or understand things in the way that you see them. So your contribution, no matter what it is completely unique. And there's always more room for uniqueness. A programme on TV, BBC Two. I don't watch TV, so I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. Boring, but true. I don't watch TV. Yeah. Hey, Dawn. Do you know what it's called, Jane? And I can look it up. Oh, Portrait Artist of the Year. Oh, yeah. I used to watch that back in the day. And they used to put it on YouTube. Used to bug me. I think the day I lost patience with it was one day when there was a girl who was a mixed media artist. And of course, they don't really do mixed media. They've got slightly better, I think, probably now, but certainly back then they didn't. And all she was doing was coloured pencil over watercolour. She did a watercolour background and then she went in with colour pencil to tidy it up. And this bloke went, oh, colour pencil over watercolour, that's rather odd, isn't it? And I was like, oh, shut up. That's rather novel. A rather novel approach. Not surprisingly, she didn't get through. He thought it was a little childish using coloured pencil. I'm like, ugh. Here's you, get over it. I think that colour's going in. It's too green, I don't like it. It's going in Rachel's box, that one. You're saying how artists see different things but looking at the same thing. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, no, I enjoyed watching the artists. It was the people that were judging it that used to get on my nerves. Yeah, that's going in Rachel's box. It's too green. I don't know who decided that indigo needed green in it. Indigo's purpley blue, isn't it? Like squid ink kind of colour. That's more dark teal. We all know my feelings on teal, don't we? I may have mentioned it a few times. Although, strangely enough, I like that colour in the Mermaid markers. I think because it blended out nicely, but I suppose it doesn't help that that particular one, whenever I use it, it goes streaky. Which is not a good look. Squid ink, definitely. Yes, okay. It's not just my imagination then. It's like a super inky, bluey, purpley colour. Somebody sent me some Mermaid markers. I don't know who sent them. I'm assuming it's somebody in the UK, because it's from a UK eBay seller, but it might not be, I suppose. But I just received them in some Happy Mail this morning. So I was swatching them earlier. They're really nice, actually. I'm impressed with the colours. I thought they were going to be super gaudy, which is why I hadn't bought any, because I didn't want to pay 30 quid for something that I was going to go, yeah, that's too bright. But actually, they're really nice colours. See, dark blue. Can't go wrong with a bit of dark blue. Didn't see the green until I applied the new colour. Oh, well, it wasn't picking up on camera quite as much. Hey, Sue. But it is definitely green. See, that looks more blue on camera. I got my white balance off again. Did I turn my white balance off earlier? Nope. Ooh. There you go. It's turned off now. It's the purple knocking it out. Purple always makes your white balance go funny. You see how green that is compared to that blue? But it says it's indigo. I'm like, that's not indigo. Looks alright in the tube. Shall I leave it like that? Might as well, then you can see the colours I'm using. It doesn't look quite so bad now. I haven't quite left myself enough room for the flames, have I? I drew my candle a little bit too tall. It is weird. How am I going to fix that now? I suppose I could put some blue there. Paint the... I could put some greeny blue. Muted grey acrylic to the rescue. When in doubt, paint it with some grey. Oops. Let's add a little bit more down here so it looks like we meant it to look like that in the first place. And a bit more under here. Pretend it's a shadow. Oh yeah, like that. There we go. Does anyone do art ASMR? Ugh. No! ASMR is really annoying. This squeaky easel drives me insane. As does crinkling paper. Nope. That looks very dark on camera, but it's not that dark, I promise. I listen to rain to fall asleep. That's it. Yeah, I love listening to rain. Okay, now I've got to turn the white balance off because the black is, or grey, is knocking everything off. There we go. It's all going a bit crazy. Yes, these are very expensive Neocolour 2s. And yes, this is what mine look like. Because I use mine. I use mine a lot. Lighten this up a little bit. I didn't intend it to be purple. But still a bit bluer. Almost got them in a Christmas gift. Wasn't sure what I'd actually use them. What, the Neocolours? I like Neocolours. That brush has seen better days. That needs washing. I got another... Ah! This is a good scrubby brush for this sort of thing. No. If you want to watch ASMR videos, that's what headphones are for. No, not people eating noisily. No. That's just wrong on so many levels. I can't even begin. Would a small travel hairdryer work, or should I invest in an art dryer? No, a hairdryer will work. What you'll find is that it'll overheat quite quickly. But if you're only if you're only drying quick little bits and pieces here and there, then you don't need to worry about it. I don't normally use a dryer at all. I usually just let things dry on their own, but for the sake of doing videos, it's a lot easier to just whack a dryer on it than wait the 10 minutes. but a hairdryer will do for, you know, just something like this. But most people use a craft dryer simply to speed up making videos. You don't actually need one. And most my heat dryer is actually so old that most hair dryers these days have a setting that's higher than it, because most hair dryers have a setting of 380 now, and I think that one only goes up to 280. I don't use a heat tool on watercolour at all, because it, yeah, like Cody says, it'll push your watercolour around. I only ever use it on acrylic or glue, or on watercolour that's mostly dry but the paper is still a bit damp. You've got certain watercolour kits in your Cocoa Daisy kit. Oh, cool. What type of paints are they? Okay, that's better. I can work with this now, I think. I'm going to have to dry that side. I dry pages a lot so I don't end up sticking my hand in wet paint, because that happens all the time. Use what you have. Yep. And if you do find you need something, like sometimes you know, you need something, or you want something, or you think you see something and you think, you know what, I really think that would be fun. If you can get open stock instead of having to buy a whole set, do that. Get a black, a white. Black and white will tell you the opacities. Get a black and white and maybe 2 of your favourite colours. Either 2 contrasting colours or 2 colours that go well together. Because your favourite colours, even if you really, really hate the medium, if it's your favourite colour, you're probably going to use it anyway. It won't be a hardship to use it up. And then you're not stuck with 3 colours that you run out of constantly and 45 that you don't need or want. All your videos are long. Yeah, we don't do short videos, do we, Burgess? My vlogs are short, but I hardly ever vlog. Well, I do studio vlogs. I do live vlogs. I don't do... Posca markers. I've used a lot of Posca markers, and I've got to say the thick ones are fantastic for doing opaque white. The brush marker is brilliant. Everything else, it's great for about a week and then they leak all over the place. I mean, you've seen the trouble I have with my Poscas, because you have to pump the lid, and then you pump the lid and all hell breaks loose after about 3 times of using them. You'll love Friday's video, a 20-minute chatty video about journaling. That's not a long video, Cody. What are you talking about? Amateur. Cody's just started a channel. We've been bugging her for months to start a channel, and she's finally done it. So go and follow her. Put your channel link up, Cody. Burgess has several channels. You need to stop collecting stuff and use it. It's starting to feel like a craft order. Oh yeah. We all go through those stages though. I mean, I don't have a massive amount of stuff. And certainly since I moved, when I moved, I gave a lot of stuff to Tracy because I just knew I wasn't going to use it anymore. It had passed its use for me. But even now I have bits and pieces that I just know I'm never going to use them. I'm never going to use... Or I've started them, but I'm never going to use them up because I've found something I like better. But I just give them to other people. I gift them to Tracy, or I've got a big box of stuff going for Rachel. And I just pass them along to people I know can use them or will use them. Or will at least use them more than I will. And if they won't use them, usually they know somebody who will, or they can just dump them off in a charity shop for all I care. It makes no difference to me. Moved and donated 112 12x12 scrapbook paper booklets, and you don't scrapbook. Oof, you should have taken up junk journaling. Your room looks so nice you don't want to clutter it up. Yeah. My room stays like that for about, a day. And then I do a video or a tutorial or something for you lot, and then that's it. Boom. It's like confetti explosion all over the place. Loads of people here have YouTube channels. Only Cody can put links in though, so if Cody's free and doesn't mind putting links in, shout if you've got a YouTube channel. Burgess says about 6. This is where you find out I'm followed by an army of introverts. Usually on crafty channels you get loads of people going, oh yeah, I've got a YouTube channel, I've got a YouTube channel, I've got an Etsy shop, I've got this, I've got that. My lot are all introverts. They're just here for the fun and the playtime. Thanks, Cody. Donate to your kids' school art department. Yeah, I've got a junior school, like pre-high school, but not little ones. Just literally right across the road from me. And I donated all my non-adult colouring books. Anything that didn't have spooky stuff, that was just like cute stuff. Because I had a lot of colouring books sent to me at one point. And some of them are really intricate patterns and stuff. And I just took them over and said, can you use these for the kids? And she went, oh yeah, we just cut the spines off and give them out during wet playtimes. She keeps them busy for hours. And then they take them home. I send all my old magazines over there as well because they go in the teacher's staff room because they're nearly all female staff. They've only got 2 male staff members, so they put all the magazines in the staff room. Oh, you gave them to the women's shelter? Oh, that's cool, yeah. Because they do, especially around Christmas time, if you send in fairly new items, they will just repackage it and give it out to the kids as Christmas presents and stuff. They do them up really nicely in little boxes and things. Okay, I've got room for my flame now. Your husband only knew how much you spend. Find yourself on the ID channel. I assume ID channel is something along the lines of Create and Craft or QVC over here. It's not a bargain to get a 78 set for the price of 48 if you're only going to use 3 of them. Oh, ID is a murder channel. You have a murder channel? That's not fair. Investigative detectives. You have a whole channel dedicated to murder. That's not fair. I need it. Does anybody listen to the new Murder Squad podcast? Paul Hulls and Billy Jensen. It's pretty good. Hey, Lolly. Lifetime movies are often murder channels. Murder movies. Yeah. Lifetime We have something similar to Lifetime. It's our English version of Lifetime. I think it's called Daytime or something ridiculous. It's an equivalent, and it nearly always seems to be Perry Mason. In your defence, you don't spend on clothes, makeup or shoes. No, nor me. Or alcohol. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't eat a lot of fancy foods. I don't eat out very often. I have pizza on Friday nights and we always have takeout, but that's pretty much it. The podcast, Murder Squad. Paul Holes, Billy Jensen. It was previewed on MFM yesterday. Is it yesterday or Monday? You don't wear makeup. I wear makeup, but I don't buy makeup very often. Yeah, you and your pretty rocks. Lots of pretty rocks. I don't buy a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's mostly art stuff and journaling stuff and coffee. I bet a lot of coffee. I do spend a lot of money on coffee. Probably too much money on coffee. Never more than mascara and lip gloss. Oh no, I'm a goth. If I'm even going shopping, I have to put my eyebrows on because I don't have any. Tarot cards. That's one of the ones I spend a bit of money on. I try not to, and I try not to buy too many. But yeah, I can spend a lot of money on tarot cards if I was. Your weakness right now is watercolour pencils. Well, if you're using them a lot, get a big set. Get a big cheap set when Michael's has got a discount on or whatever. I want to see how these Mermaid markers go over Murder Investigation channel. Oh, you have Murder Investigation and... Oh, you have so many murder channels, it's not even fair. Juicy. I just purchased the Deviant Moon Tarot. Is that the black and white one? The Enchanted deck? I was just looking at that, and they've got a red and black one as well. They've got a dark one and a light one. And it's just divine. And that, yeah. And the, who's the other one? The, Enchanted Heart, is it you said about? They've just put out a new one as well. Was it you said about that? Or Luna? I can't remember. Somebody said about it to Risha the other day, the Enchanted Heart deck. They've just brought out 3rd edition. And it is amazing. It's so pretty. Damn it, I went across where my... Did it again, didn't I? I've gone across where my flame is going to be, and now that's going to be really difficult to cover over. Ugh, so stupid sometimes. Seriously. So stupid. You've got yours on Amazon. You'll have to show us in class when they arrive, Jane. Yes, I just licked my tea towel. I don't care. It's my journal. Okay, let's draw some flames in before we do that yet again, shall we? I'm liking these Mermaid markers. They're very pretty. Very nice. I think I can use that one actually for some shadow. It might be too dark. Let's try this one first. What's this one? Ah. They're so juicy, juicy, juicy. Like, they're a bit crazy juicy, if I'm honest. It's almost hard to control them. But I like. Definitely need standing upwards. The top of the chat where it says live chat, there's next to it is 3 lines, click, and there is live chat. You see, this is why I said don't tell her about Showbox. Oh, that doesn't show up. I expected that to show up better. It went on nice and dark. Okay. I don't want to use my dark one, but I guess I'm going to have to. You've got all her watercolours but not the markers. Yeah, I wanted the markers to begin with. Ooh. They are so crazy. That might be a little bit too dark now, but anyway. Yeah, you've got to turn on developer tools and install an APK pack, Rachel. See, that one's too dark. Yeah, but Jane, you're technically capable. Why don't you just go to Woolworths and buy the pack of DVDs? Or Amazon or something. You're much more likely to watch it. And it won't cost you 48 quid. The reason I'm trying to dissuade you from showing her how to do Showbox Jane is because when she messes up her phone, I'm going to be the one who has to explain to her how to fix it over the phone. Look up the Tarot of the Elves. Oh no, I've seen it. I'm not overly taken with it. It's a bit... It's a bit too fantasy art for me, if that makes sense. If you like, I'll send it to you. Oh, thank you, but no. Not particularly. It would be wasted on me. Find me a tarot of serial killers. Yeah, Lord of the Ringsy. I'm not very Lord of the Rings-ish. Fantastic Menagerie. That sounds interesting. Right. There's my... Salvaged that. I managed to spread it around a bit, and some of this is dried too hard, too dark, but I think because they're dye-based, once it's all dried, I can pick up some more from over here and move it across. So I'm not going to add any more to over here. I'll just wait till this can be reactivated in places and then move it across over here like that. Because I think I'm right in saying that dye-based can be reactivated. Okay. How many decks have you got? Yeah, how many decks have you got? Is that Elven Tarot by Steph Pinlaw? Fantastic Menagerie. Ooh, a Norse tarot. That sounds fun. Ooh, creepy, weird stuff. Oh, I like it. Creepy, weird, old etching type stuff. This looks vaguely familiar, this style. Is that, the Russian artist? He's done another set of decks as well. There's one with crows on it. Oh, these are so weird. The Ace of Cups looks like an illustration from Lewis Carroll. Oh, what's his name? Alexis... I want to say Prolikov, but I don't think that's right. It's something like that, though, I think. If that's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, the ant hitting the lion with a club. Oh, you do like strange. You do like strange, yeah. Headless women. Headless women for the moon, that sounds about right. This is like it's been collaged out of old etchings. It's a really interesting way of art. Interesting art. Oh yeah, I like that. That's really creepy and weird. Using the illustrations of Victorian artist J.J. Glanville in collage form. Alexis Yukolov. There we go. Yeah, J.J. Glanville. And it's all been chopped up and turned into weird collage. That's so awesome. Yeah. Creepy weird. We can do creepy weird. Soul cards too. They're strange but really pretty. I've not heard of that one. Yeah, if you're passing them on, Jane, I'd love them, please. Thank you. Rachel's Googling fantastic menagerie and clicking on the wrong thing. Oops, sorry. Awesome, thank you. I'll review them for class, like I did with the Boho Tarot. I'm really enjoying the Boho Tarot. I've been trying to find the PDF that goes with it, that tells you what all the illustrations relate to. Because I can only work out about half the stories. Right, what am I doing with this now? I think I need to do some flame. We need the flame. We need the flame. Let's start with white and work from there. Yeah, boho really works for me. But again, it's this weird kind of collage-y type. You keep using YouTube. Rachel. Why don't you just write things down and then look them up after the stream? Or, you know, you could get your Mac out and set it up. Yeah, you can't leave links. Only mods can put links in. Because otherwise I get spammers. You know it's right, Rach. You know it's true. It's funny because it's true. I can't believe you're still struggling with your phone and haven't got so frustrated that you've just thrown it in the corner and said, right, that's it, I'm getting the computer out. You just got the new Alice tarot. Ooh. Is that the same? Is that the one that's in the same style, the Alice tarot? Been trying to find the Merlin tarot. That's hard to find, that one. You've got the supernatural ones. I'd like the set from Penny Dreadful, but there's only like 4 tarot cards in it. It's like 4 or 6 or something cards. I'd like a whole deck like that. I want Vanessa's tarot cards. I want Bun's tarot cards. Bun! Roxanne! Get your ass in gear. I don't care if you're having a baby. Stop making more tarot cards. You're having a baby and you're moving house, but I don't care. Make more tarot cards. I can't wait for her deck to come out. It's going to be like years, I think, because she's taken her time over it. She's not rushing it at all. She's enjoying making them. Oh, she's made some. She's made quite a few already. I think she's made about a dozen already. She started off working through the major arcana, and then she's done, I think she's done about 6, and then she's done quite a few that are wands. The wands ones are really cool. I think she's done death and strength. I think is the one she's drawn one with a lion. I think it's strength. And she's done like the 5 of wands and the 2 of wands and quite a few others. Quite a few others. Go and check it out on her. Oh, I don't know if it's on her YouTube or if she was doing them on. I think she was doing them on Twitch. I don't think she's showing them on YouTube. But if you go and look on her Instagram, she's got them all listed on Instagram. She's got them in a highlight on her profile stories. They are very, very, very cool. They were on Twitch. Yeah, I thought they were. But she's got them all in her stories. She's got a highlight. Hey, Glowy. Okay. I'm going to attempt to be clever. I don't know if this is going to work. What colour do I want? Coral or red? Coral would be better. I'm attempting to be clever. May not work. It might be a horrible mess, but we're going to try anyway. Thanks, Cody. She's another good one to watch for art too, Jen. Asking for channels to watch. She's an illustrator, so she's a bit more advanced, but she does some really inspiring stuff. So can we blend these together? That's the question. Can we? Sort of. No, they do blend together. I think this time I haven't put enough on. But that's okay. Better not enough than too much. These take a lot of... Let's add some red to the top. Take a bit of handling, these. Little bit of handling, but I like a challenge. down in here. Tarot Familiars by Lisa Parker. That's the girl who does the alchemy stuff, isn't it? She does a lot of like witch books and spell books and things. I've got a really cute salt and pepper pot by her. It's a little witch and her cat. It's very cute. Interesting. Some colours are much stronger than others. It works. It would probably work better on. That is her, yeah. I love her stuff. I love all the incense packages she does. I've got the hares, the wolves, and something else. Roses. And a couple of others with the incense covers on. This is a bit of a struggle to get this colour to lay down properly. What did I do on Twitch today? I painted over something that was rubbish in black ink, and then I redid it, and it hasn't quite worked yet, but it will when I get a chance to play with it later. I redid my day one prompt because it was bad, really bad. I don't normally judge particularly. I'm like, oh, that'll do, it's close enough. But I hated it. I actively hated it. See you later, Jane. Have you heard about your new job yet? Did you hear back yet? Maybe I need to use more of this red. I don't know why this red doesn't want to. I don't have any trouble getting the purple to stay, but the red does not want to stay put. No, I think she's already gone. I need to just blend it down from the bottom. I think as soon as I add water to the bottom, it starts running down. I wonder if that means it's a different consistency to the cool tones, because the cool tones I didn't have this problem with. I noticed this a similar kind of inconsistency earlier. The cool tones and the warm tones seem to work differently. But if all else fails, just throw some red paint on it and boom, done. That works. There we go. I think I'll just use a bit of coloured pencil to define where the wick is. Don't want to make it too standouty, but you want to know it's there, right? Maybe add a little bit of watching art videos is very relaxing. Helps with your anxiety. Oh well, if you follow my Twitch stream, I do art videos every Wednesday and Friday. I did something different today. I did sketchbooking, but usually I just paint. Missed that bit there. Okay. I have to redo his teeth now because I changed Rose. Changed where his nose is, so I have to redo his teeth. Access Twitch from your website. Yeah, the easiest way to get all my links, if you're on my website, then I post my Twitch stuff anyway. I post it in groups. You just go to the coffee lounge and it's in the Twitch replays. But to access the actual Twitch channel, it's twitch.tv/Romany. But the easiest way is to go to Instagram. And then if you go in my profile link, I've got all my links in my link tree there. Scary movie trailer on Netflix called Silence. Oh, Stanley Tucci's in it, isn't it? I've seen the trailer. I've not got I don't have Netflix at the moment. I tend to only get Netflix when there's like a few weeks worth of stuff. I watched everything I wanted to watch. So I probably won't sign up for another month or so. Or possibly not even until the end of May, when there's quite a bit that I want to watch. Discovery of Witches. Meh. I read the book. It was like Twilight all over again. It started off well. I think I got about halfway through the second book. And I was like, ugh. Because you could see what was going to happen. It was so obvious. It got more interesting when she went home. That definitely, I really enjoyed that bit actually, when she went home and she was dealing with her family and stuff. I thought that was really fun. I think the second book is the better of them, actually. The second book was probably, because that's the one where they were doing all the time shifting and stuff. That was so interesting. Like the whole concept of what they were doing was really, really interesting. And then it was like, oh yeah, but he's a vampire, so she can't resist him, so it's all lovey-dovey again, and there. Oh, for heaven's sake. And just as he decides that, oh no, he can't be with her because, oh, it's far too dangerous for you, oh, you know, something happens, oh yeah, it's okay now. Ugh. When are people going to start seeing this as emotional blackmail? Oh no, you don't want to be with me. I'm no good for you. Oh, I'll hurt you. No, no, you won't. It's okay. I can deal with it. There. Like, no! Stop it! Just say, okay then, you're damaged. Fine, I'll go find somebody who isn't. Stop with the whole, but I can fix you. It's okay. Yes, you're going to chow down on everybody else's neck. Oh, but I'm different. Won't happen with me. That's the kind of crap that gets women to stay in abusive relationships, because they can fix it. It won't happen again, he promised. I get annoyed by that kind of stuff. Can you tell? It's not like Charmed. No, Charmed was interesting. The Charmed girls had a backbone. I don't even want to go near the new Charmed. And don't even mention the Craft reboot, okay? The Craft reboot, there are rumours that the Craft reboot will have the original cast and will be more of a sequel than a reboot. If that's the case, I'm all for it. Bit of Fruza bulk? Absolutely. Let's do it. I would love to see what happens if Nancy manages to control herself and get out of the institution. I would love that. Yes, please. But can't stand those stories. It reminds me of my ex and my best friend's ex. Yeah. It's just teaching girls that, you know, as long as you're determined enough, he'll change. No, they don't change. Once in a blue moon, you get one that suddenly snaps and it's very bad and they go, oh crap, I didn't really mean to do that. And they change. They immediately rein it in, get a grip and go, no, I'm never going to be like that again. But they are very, very, very few and far between. The vast majority of them who are like, oh, I'll never do that again. I'm so sorry. I only do it because I love you. I only stop you seeing your friends because I'm worried about the influence they'll have on you. I only stop you going to these places on your own because I'm worried about losing you. I don't want you to get hurt. Don't want anything to happen to you. That's not love. That's controlling behaviour and it's abuse. Sorry. Just quit it, okay? Quit it, Hollywood. Ooh. Fortunately, I think the girls who are growing up now are starting to wise up to it. The girls coming up now are realising that this stuff is not okay. And it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Charmed was a bit woo-woo. Oh, it was a lot woo-woo, but it was fun. Buffy was ridiculous, but it was fun. Yeah, it's always fun rewatching it because the villains are so bad. They're just terrible. And the acting is awful and it's so 90s. And even the outfits are dated and you think, how do the outfits look dated? They're wearing jeans and a t-shirt. But no, Piper and her mum jeans. You don't like the white lighter? I didn't like Leo, so... And again, that was another series where all the oh, I'm not telling you for your own good and all this came from the guys. The women were all there like, guess what I just found out? And all the guys are like, oh no, I'm not telling you that for your own good. I'm not letting you do this. I won't allow you to do that. I'm like, bitch, step aside. I liked the first series with Andy and Prue. Because Andy wasn't like that at all. Andy was like, this could get dangerous. Yeah, I can handle myself. Okay then. I think that's why I really liked Buffy and Angel. Because they weren't like that at all. The girls were really strong. And they weren't afraid to show it. It was the guys who were a bit weak, if anything. The guys had weaknesses. Mostly the girls. But the girls were all like, no, I've got this. We're fine. You can come out when it's all gone away. Yeah, it's amazing what a few blobs of paint can turn out to be. if you give it a chance. I got to admit, there was a few moments there where I thought, is this going to work? But, you know, if at first you don't succeed, paint over it. Start again. Which is what I did with the one I made earlier. Game of Thrones. Oh, I don't do Game of Thrones. Whatever everybody else is watching at the time is what I'm not watching. I do it every time. I don't know how I do it every time, but I do it every time. I did try Game of Thrones, though. Well, I've tried them all. I fell asleep through Lost in the first episode, so I gave up on that one. Because I don't fall asleep through anything. And I tried it twice, just in case it was like, well, maybe you're coming down with something, you know. But no, I fell asleep in Lost episode 1 twice. I made it to episode 3 of The Walking Dead before I was like... The minute I start rolling my eyes so hard I give myself a migraine, I'm out of there. I saw some Game of Thrones, but I didn't like it. It was too... Considering I absolutely love true crime and murder and all that kind of stuff, I found it too violent. It was just violence for the sake of it, and I don't enjoy that. Stupid gore and horror movies and slasher flicks, absolutely. But violence for the sake of it, unnecessary. And I actually enjoyed the first book, so for me not to enjoy the TV series is quite unusual. I didn't understand Lost. The minute it involves something like different planes of existence or time travel or anything like that, I'm like, no, I'm lost. Literally. But it was a bit boring as well. And people can say, oh, but it gets better after the 6th episode, as much as they like. I'm like, no. Heroes, didn't watch that either. That was dull. Group of teenagers get superpowers and then nothing happens for approximately 7 seasons. You didn't like Paige? Oh, I liked Paige. I didn't like Paige initially because she was very cartoony. But I don't think that was her. I think that was the way the character was written. No, I don't think that... I think that was the way the new writer wrote it. But I think they did that specifically to contrast with Prue. Because they had to, for contractual reasons and all that stuff, that they had problems with her. But she grew on me. As she grew a backbone, she grew on me. But Phoebe was always my favourite. I loved Phoebe. Phoebe was awesome. Watched all 6 seasons of Lost and was bitterly disappointed by the end. Well, I was bitterly disappointed by the beginning, so I guess I saved myself 6 years, didn't I? Well, this is interesting. If you put this Liquitex ink over acrylic, you can re-wet it. I didn't know that. I guess I've never tried to re-wet it before, I've just put it on. The order was really good. I enjoyed that. I felt really sad at the end. Catherine Isabel is awesome. Oh, hi, Jim. The girl that was the main character in The Craft is now on a call called The Fixer. Oh, Robin Tunney. She's been in loads of stuff. She was in loads of stuff before The Craft as well. She was very well known. She was in what's that programme with that smarmy bloke that I can't stand? Mesmerist? Is that what it's called? The bloke with the blonde curls. Jane, yeah. Is it The Mesmerist? Is that what it's called? Or, I don't know. It was like Lie to Me, but not as good. But she was very good in that. I just didn't like the bloke. Mentalist! That's what I was trying to think of. Thank you, Steph. The Mentalist. His name was Jane, yeah. I couldn't stand him. He was so smarmy. I can't stand smarmy men who smirk a lot. Oh, I'm so clever. Ugh. Late to the party. Late with an E. You could be late with a double T. Late with a latte. Latte to the party. That would be acceptable. The Good Place. I don't know if I've heard of that. It was on Netflix, wasn't it? What was it about? Remind me. I started watching it. Is that the one with the witch in it? The witch who runs the magic... Well, she runs a magic store. What a surprise. Witches of Eastwick, that's good. That's one of the few that's almost as good as the film, actually. Very well done. I feel like I want to do some... I don't know what I need, but I know it when I see it. And it needs some symbols. No, they think they've gone to heaven or a good place. 4 people that thought they went to heaven. Oh, right, okay. No, that's not the one I was thinking of then. There's one called the Good Something or Other. It's a very Teen Witch kind of thing, but it's quite good. Mindless, inoffensive TV, as opposed to Sabrina. Is the Sabrina thing based on the graphic novel? Does anybody know? Burgess, you should know. Do you know? Amber's my go-to for graphic novels. If it's based on the graphic novel, I might be able to stomach it. If it's based on the TV programme, it is based on the graphic novel, okay. Because I've read the graphic novel and I know what to expect. I know how bad it is. The only good thing about the TV programme was Salem. Salem was awesome. I watched it purely for Salem. Yeah, if it's... Well, you see, the thing is, I heard various different stories of it. I know it's a darker one. But there were so many people judging it on the witchcraft in it. And I was like, hang on a minute. I didn't think it was supposed to be, like, real. I thought it was based on the graphic novel. And then everybody was like, what graphic novel? What are you talking about? Oh, sorry, my age is showing again. But if it is based on the graphic novel, that's okay. I will watch it. Because I quite enjoyed the graphic novel, even though it was rubbish. Rubbish in a witchy sense. That's what I mean. Okay, I'll add that to my list of things I want to watch then. This needs symbols in the background. It needs symbols. I need to do symbols. I'm feeling the symbols, dude. I'm also feeling like I need a white border of some sort. So I'm thinking I might do a white border and then do white symbols around the outside. Maybe. Maybe. Possibly. Let's get some white ink. Salem was awesome. Is Salem good in the... Is he like animatronic and he actually talks? Is he really cool? Or is he just a black cat that wanders on stage occasionally? Do you ever work with sigils? We are doing sigils this week in class. Or this month, actually. As it happens. I mostly do divination work. I don't really use sigils specifically. I have used them. In the same way that I have used crystals, and I do use herbs, but I'm mostly divination and stuff. Coincidence? I think not. Coincidence? Oh, I don't. Oh, are you having a witchy moment, Luna? Sigils, yeah. Everybody asked for sigils for this month. It was a big thing to do sigils in class. As an artist, I quite often will use sigils in my work. In my journals and stuff. But I use a lot more symbols. For me, sigils are something that is... Other people wouldn't necessarily know it's there, so it's maybe something you put underneath something. I'm a bit more overt with my symbols. I like my symbols out in the open, where I can see them. But yes, we're doing... oh, for those who like the update, this month over on Patreon / my website. They're both the same. You can sign up on either. Go to Patreon, it explains. This month we are doing Sigils, Beltane, and Lithomancy. And something else. Air element. So there's lots of different tiers over on Patreon as usual, or if you want to just get the whole thing and skip the drama, you can come over to my website and just sign up and do the month or whatever you want to do. It works the same way. You just printed the PDF for air last night. What did you think of the new format? I also put the Book of Shadows one up from last week on the $1 tier for anybody who's got a what do I put in my Book of Shadows kind of thing and wanted something that was a bit less rambly than my video. I put a PDF up last week. And yes, the study one that Cody reminded me about today is coming, but I started doing it and it got a bit too complex. I went into full-on teacher mode and started doing it at university level, and I'm like, no, back that truck up. We don't need to be anywhere near that diligent. Let's just calm it down a bit. You like the new format? You like the look of it? I like the ability to put more pictures in. I don't know why I never thought of doing it that way before, but it looks a bit more magazine-like, I think, which makes it a bit more interesting. And I've got 3 or 4 different templates like that I can use. Yeah, come on over and play. Or join my website. It's free to join the website. It only costs if you sign up for the Patreon / class, whatever people call it these days. The extra stuff that I do. But the website itself is free. What are sigils? Sigils are magical symbols that you make. You know, kind of like when you were at school and you'd have this one thing that you would doodle over and over again. Okay, see you later, Rach. Probably not, actually, because I'm going to wrap up in a minute. I need to go and eat. My streams are defined by how hungry I am. Did I finish the sentence? That's not even, and it's bugging me. Is it an optical illusion or is it actually out of whack? Oh yeah, it's completely off. Look at that. Not that I care, but the bow on that is emphasising the fact that it's completely off. So let's redo that. Yeah, I'm liking the white border. The more I look at the white border, the less I feel like I need to do a... Oh, it's going to turn pink now because I used a Prismacolor pencil. There's an awful lot of Prismacolor pencils that are not waterproof, guys. Not waterproof. I can't believe I didn't know that acrylic ink re-wets. When you put it over acrylic, you can reconstitute, is that the word? You can make it watery again and get it to work. Reworkable, that's the word I'm looking for. It's reworkable. I did not know that, which is quite impressive considering how much I use it. Yeah, it needed that white border. Where's my little brush? I need to get some more detail brushes. Oh, that one's all cloggy. Will it work? Will it be alright? Might be okay. It'll be okay. Yeah, as you can see, round about here is where I lost patience. So now I have to go back over here and put some more blobby bits in. Oh. See you, Pelican. Should do a deck. Ugh. Do I look like I've got patience to do an entire deck? Do I? Do you use a witch's wheel? I don't know. Which one's the witch's wheel? I don't. I'm an intuitive witch. I don't use specific ways of doing hardly anything. I have used a grid, like the letter grids. I don't know what a witch's wheel is though, so probably not, I'm going to say. I'm imagining it's some kind of wheel with letters on, in which case no. How do you keep the acrylic paint from being sticky? What, you mean as in when you close your book it doesn't stick to the opposite page? Don't use glossy paint. That's basically the beginning of both ends of it. Don't use glossy paint, use matte paint. And if you must use glossy paint, after you've finished it, put a layer of matte medium over the top. A 44 card oracle deck. I could do that. If you want to start a thread, Luna, for a suggestion of words for a 44 card oracle deck, I would be up for that, but don't expect it anytime soon. But it would be stuff like this. It wouldn't be fine art, it would be whatever I threw together. And hopefully not too similar to Buns. I don't think so, because she's a lot more illustrative. I'm more painty. You already have some words and words of the year. Yeah, I do. Have you not seen Bun's tarot? Oh, it's beautiful. I can't wait for her to finish it. Bun, finish your tarot. Poor girl. She's having a baby and she's moving house, and I'm sitting here going, finish your tarot. No pressure. Quite opaque enough, so I'm going to use my, let's smoosh a bit of that purple into there. Oh no, the purple, not the blue. The purple, since we're going purple, let's put the blurple in. Blurple. Blurple. Let's put blurple in there. Blurple, people. Blurple is always a good idea. Burgess lives somewhere that they don't have a Target. Oh, Luna, go on Instagram and look up by Bun. You are going to so want her tarot. And I don't think she's doing it like... I don't think she's doing like masses and masses of symbolism or whatever. I think she's doing it intuitively. It doesn't seem like she's using a huge amount of symbolism, at least. I think she's just working intuitively on it, which just makes her my hero, as far as I'm concerned. I don't have the patience for a tarot deck, I don't think. I don't honestly think I've got the patience to get through a major arcana, if I'm honest. 78 cards is a bit daunting. 44, maybe. Which reminds me, guys, anyone who's on my website, I'm going to start trying to do some merch. So keep an eye out for a post, because I'm going to try and... I can't get all the things straight away, so I'm going to have to pick and choose which ones I do. And what I thought I might do was do a vote and see who has the most... Which one has the most votes? Which option has the most votes? And then maybe do the two with the most votes initially, just to start it off, because I just can't fund a huge amount of stock. But you got to have the stock, which is why I'm going to do pre-orders. for members. Don't want to waste that bit. Let's chuck that there. Now see, now I want to do symbols on the inside. Just now I wanted to do symbols on the outside, on the frame, and now I want to do symbols on the inside. Hour and a half to target. Oh. That's how far away my IKEA is. That's why I don't never go there. There's one an hour and a half north and there's one an hour and a half south, and I never go to it. Not that I'd buy anything in IKEA particularly anyway. Maybe the books. Apart from a few little bits of finickitying around, maybe, I kind of feel like I want to do some white pen detail. I'm very into my pens at the moment because that's... I'm out of practice and I need to practice my pens. Didn't realise how out of practice I was until I started doing the other one the other day. But I'm going to call that one finished. This one is done. Although ooh! I wonder if I go over that. That's painted and that's blank. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to go over this. This is the brush pen on Moleskine Art Journal. Do you see how streaky it is? And that's after I went over it with water. That's how streaky it was. It just would not do what I wanted it to do. I wonder if I try this. Let's try this and see if this works better, because these don't seem to show through the streakiness underneath. Shall we try wetting it? I need to play with these markers. There's so many things you can do with them that I really need to do some play. No, that's lifting the brush show up underneath, so I don't... Brush pen up underneath. But going over it with the Mermaid marker does appear to be evening it out, at least initially. I don't know how it's going to look when it's dry, but it does appear to be. I like that they're like really juicy and saturated, but they don't bleed. Not bleeding is a good thing. Well, I can't really tell where I've coloured and where I haven't. I think that looks more even. What do you think? I think it's still showing the colour underneath, but I do think it looks a bit more even. We'll see what it's like when it's dry. I'll let it dry and see what happens. But yeah, I think the Mermaid markers are a new personal favourite. I'm definitely liking playing with them. They're fun. So again, thank you whoever sent me those. Please do let me know if it was you, because they're pretty cool. Why are you not fitting back in? You fit perfectly. What's wrong with you? Oops. There we go. Yes, I'm a giant child and I have all my Neocolour 2s in a Jack and Sally coffin box. What are you going to do about it, huh? What? They're tricky. They're tricksy. But they are fun. I like how they layer over acrylic. I think I want to do little fire symbols all around the outside of this in white, maybe with a black outline. I might have to get my, I'm going to have to get my gel pens out. That'd be a nice pen exercise. So that's day 3, done. Day 2, done. Day 1, yeah, I'm getting there. Day 1, day 2, day 3, I am up to date. That needs a little bit more oomph to it, but you know, it was terrible this morning and I've redone it since then, so. Amazon has matte acrylic paints in a set called Cream Coat. That sounds right. That sounds cool. The paper artsy ones are really nice. I love these paints. There is somewhere in America that does them, but I can't remember where it is. Bun uses them, and she has somewhere on one of her channels, somewhere on one of her videos, she says where you can get them in America. But you can only get them from like one place because they're a UK brand. The Deco Art ones are brilliant. I use those a lot. The Americanas. Very saturated. You only need one coat of a lot of them. I do like my Americanas. And these are the matte ones. The premium ones, these ones, are satin and they're professional. Most of them are translucent. I wouldn't use these in an art journal unless I coated them with something. I use these for proper paintings, but these are great for art journaling because they're matte and you can go over them with pen. I haven't found many things that won't go over this. And they're cheap as chips. Oh, let's put all my inks away before I forget where they all live. It's like these Liquitex muted acrylics. The soft body acrylics are semi-gloss. Semi-gloss or satin? I can't remember, but they're not matte. But if you water them down, then they're pretty... They're okay for an art journal. But you can also get that stuff that Dee Dee uses. It's a glossy varnish. It's one of the Deco ones, but it's not Deco Art. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but you can get it over there and you can put it on your pages and it leaves a gloss finish and it doesn't stick. She shows that it doesn't stick as long as you let it cure. So check Dee Dee as well and see what she uses for coating her journal pages. She doesn't do it with all of them, she does it with a few of them. Oh, it's a pleasure, Jen. Nice to have somebody new in the channel. Come and join us over on the website. There's lots of people on the website and we're always looking for more people to come and play. Lots of free stuff. You don't have to be in class. The more the merrier. Thanks for joining me, guys, and I will be back here on Friday. Probably doing a craft-a-noon because I want to get those books finished. But it depends if I get some... It really depends if I spend tomorrow sewing or painting. If I spend tomorrow sewing, I'll finish off the cat books. If I spend tomorrow painting, I'll probably do another sketch with me or journal with me, art journaly page type thing. You can get a matte varnish as well. That's another option, is just, you know, use whatever you happen to be able to get that's cheap and just put a matte varnish over it. You can get a spray matte varnish. We don't really need to varnish stuff in a art journal if you use matte paints in the first place. But the Americana ones are very good. I am not sponsored by DecoArt, but they do send me paints and new products to review. Because I'm one of their helping artists. But I'm one of their helping artists because I love their products, not because they pay me. But yeah, these are great for art journals. Very wide range of colours as well. Okay. Yes, they have Americana on Amazon, and you can get the little pots as well. But the little pots are satin. The little pot sets, these little pot sets are not matte; they're satin. But they're still nice paints, but they do tend to stick to each other. You have to put acrylic varnish over the top. But they're the same colours. Okay, see you later guys. Have fun. Bye.